You have no idea, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you right now that whatever you perceive to be the state of the art of technology, any technology in the civilian sector, in the secret, ladies and gentlemen, they are at least, very bare minimum, 50 to 100 years ahead, beyond what you can even imagine.
As I was talking to a supervisor at 8:46, we're like chit-chatting, and all of a sudden we hear, boom! An explosion so hard that pushed us upwards. Upwards. And it came from the basement, between the B2 level and the B3 level. Screams everywhere. A person comes running into the office saying, explosion, explosion, explosion. His hands were extended, and his skin was pulled from under his armpits all the way to the top of the fingertips, and he was hanging on both hands. The false ceiling fell on top of us. The sprinkler system got activated, and when I went to verbalize that it was a generator, we hear boom all the way on the top, the impact of the plane on the top.
I looked down to my right, and the elevators exploded, something out of like a Bruce Willis Die Hard movie. People just come running out of the elevators, on fire, fireballed. I mean, it was like, what is going on here? Something's up here. I mean, the plane's up there, now there's fire down here. We got down to the lobby, and everything was blown out, exploded, everything was, and we were the only ones in the lobby now. We're going, wait a second here. But for every window in the lobby to be exploded, I mean, them windows were like as thick as forget it. They were 2-3 inch glasses, you know, come on. They exploded out of the lobby, you know, something, it wasn't from the jet fuel, no way. The elevators exploded, they were down from the lobby. The lobby was over here, that should never have happened. Something would happen there, and that wasn't. We came down, it looked like a bomb went off in the lobby. There was no fire, it just looked like a bomb went off.
I wasn't expecting to see the damage that I saw in the lobby, and the people, the bodies, the burnt people, the injured people. I really wasn't prepared for that.
I go in, and I hear screams, and right to my right, there is 2 people on fire, burning. I just didn't want to film that. It was like, no one should see this.
Pfeiffer was the first chief into the building. Right away, a guy from the Port Authority told him the damage was somewhere above the 78th floor. But all you had to do was look around. It was obvious. Something had happened right there in the lobby.
You just saw that all the windows were blown out.
The lobby looked like the plane hit the lobby.
There were some casualties. There were several people with their hair singed, skin hanging off.
And at that time, we heard a huge explosion. And we immediately dove for the stairs. Get back into the stairs. Let's get back into the stairs, because I had seen what happened in the lobby with the elevator being blown out. I said, if there's another explosion, what I feared, I never in a million years feared those buildings coming down. Never. I did fear secondary explosion or possibly a second plane. '30th floor. We hear another explosion. We hear somebody on the radio say the 64th floor has come down into the 63rd floor. So we said, okay, that's what it was.
The lights went out. We saw some dust, debris coming down from the B and C stairwell. Some of the ceiling panels fell. Just the emergency lights were on.
Oh my God!
It was like a military plane.
It was a military plane.
The ball of fire that came flying out of that one was even worse than the first one. And we were standing there and I said, I can't believe this. And sure enough, there it was, another plane. The plane wasn't no airline or anything. It was a twin engine, big gray plane.
We made it outside. We made it about a block.
We made it at least two blocks, and we started running. Floor by floor, instead of popping out.
It was if they had detonated.
Yeah,
detonated. They were planned to take down a building. Boom, 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 boom.
All the way down. I was watching it and running.
Deputy Commissioner Thomas Fitzpatrick said, "It looked like sparkling around one specific layer of the building. My initial reaction was that this was exactly the way it looks when they show you these implosions on TV."
A cross-section from the World Trade Center, weighing approximately 300 tons, was embedded in the southeastern corner of the American Express building. This piece would have had to travel at least 390 feet, maintaining enough kinetic energy to embed itself in the corner of the building.
Jetzt bricht im Übrigen der zweite Turm zusammen. Der zweite, in diesem Moment bricht der nördliche Turm des World Trade Centers zusammen. Wir können nur alle hoffen, dass alle Menschen aus diesem Turm evakuiert sind. Es gibt kein World Trade Center mehr.
You have two 110-story office buildings. You don't find a desk. You don't find a chair. You don't find a telephone, a computer. The biggest piece of a telephone I found was half of the keypad, and it was about this big. The building collapsed to dust.
Anything I've ever seen like that, I've seen collapses and demolition buildings, but nothing like this was unbelievable. Like I said, there wasn't a door, there wasn't anything to be found. It was all disintegrated, all rubble. Concrete was small little pieces, not even slabs. No desk, no furniture, no computers, no phones, no anything. So I imagine the people were the same as the building, nothing left.
Well, first of all, these are not puffs of air, they're pulverized building materials. And they occur at 160 to 200 feet, some of them, per second. These velocities are propelled by explosives.
Dispatch, we've just had another explosion. Warren Street because of the secondary explosion. We've got numerous people covered with dust from the secondary explosion. We got another explosion on the tower, 1013, 1013, down with 2. We've got a major explosion